I came with that 2,000 rupees only. And I have given for the admission, and I don't have anything in my hand. I don't have money for my tuition fees, for my mess fees. It's been 1 month. Okay. After, of course, I was worrying, but on the other hand, I was happy. I was rejoicing in the Lord that God will provide me for my needs. So I pray to God. Even late night also I went to a chapel room and I pray to God to grant me for my sponsor. So after 15 August, I came here in ITS for the scholarship students. Okay. We used to work after the class. After the class, we will have a small snack, tea. We'll have a tea break. After that, I will be working, cleaning the campus, cleaning the classroom, sometimes cleaning the staff quarter, like that. So after the social work, while I was playing volleyball with my friends, unexpectedly, principal called me up to his room. He will be your sponsor till you finish the course in ITS. That's what he told me. When I hear from principal this very word, I was very happy, and he introduced about my sponsorship. His father was field director in JPA, Jelangdong Baptist Association. His name was Maingan. Okay. So principal told me in memory of his father, he would like to sponsors you for the whole course of his studies here in ITS. So from that day, I was really thankful to God. Oh, God is my provider. I don't need to be worried. God is there. Oh, God is really there. That comes to my mind. So I was very happy that God answered my prayer. And by God's grace, I was graduated in 2004 in the month of April. And right after my graduation, the teaching staff or the board members appoint me once again for ITS promoter. So I was the first ITS promoter, from the first batch. We have around 20 of us, but they select me for the ITS promoter. ITS promoter means collecting money ITS fund from church to church, to JMI area, Rongmai area, Liangmai area. During my promoter service in ITS, one of the happiest moment was the day I brought 30,000 rupees along with one cycle. Along with one cycle. Those days we don't have auto service, no nothing. Okay. The road condition also very bad. So in order to collect letters from post office, we used to go by cycle. Okay, bicycle. So I brought from Info. That was in the month of September, I think. I toured to Imphal area. I have visited 30 churches, and I got it 30,000 rupees and one cycle. When I brought 30,000 rupees in one cycle, all the staffs were happy because they would get salary. Okay. Those days, one lecturer got only 3,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees. Okay, this day how much you got it? I think more than 15,000 rupees. Almost 20,000 rupees. Right. So those days, they got only 2,500. For the principal, maybe around somewhere 4,500 rupees. So they were very happy. Hey, brother, you're doing well. They congratulated me. Okay. So that was one of my happiest moments during my promoter service in ITS.
For the future leader of the General Churches, the first vernacular Manipuri medium Bible school was established at Christian Center on 3rd March 1959. It was the only Bible school for the whole Tamenglong district of Manipur, and it runs for 15 years, 1959 till 1974. The school offered 3 years diploma course and 2 years in-service training. Simon Gangmai was appointed to be the first principal and MP Namthurai as assistant respectively. The name of the Bible school was changed into Hamai Bible School in 1971. That Hamai school was unfortunately closed down in 1974 due to financial constraint. Hundreds of boys, girls, leaders have been trained through this Bible school. In fact, they set a new paradigm of Christian ministry in our churches. In spite of all the difficulties, the church leaders continue to feel the need of re-establishing a theological institution. And thus, the Theological College Planning Committee was formed in 1994. The committee came up with the name Emmanuel Theological Seminary, which was approved by the council in 1995. To achieve this long-awaited dream, funds were collected from general MP churches, and then General Secretary Reverend D.H. Jame was entrusted the task of starting the seminary in 2000. IPS was dedicated to the Lord by Reverend MP Namthurai, Emeritus Pastor, on 1st July 2000 at Christian Center, Churuan, Tamenglong. The seminary began with around 30 students as the first batch, where our ES, our speaker, was also one of them, drawn from general communities of Northeast India. Our respected present, currently Vice Chairman of IPS Board, by name B.R. Hirain, Reverend Dr. B.R. Hirain was, would you kindly stand on your feet and show the face to every one of us? Yeah. He was the first principal of IPS, and we are so happy to have him today as our Vice Board Chairman. He served for 2 years, 2000 to 2002, and then Adwanbo Daimai is his Mrs. here present. His Mrs. Okay, she's not here. He was the second principal from 2002 to 2006, and G.N. Kamuiteu Aku is he here? Okay, and okay. Yes, he was the third principal from 2006 to 2013. From 2010, working president of the seminary was introduced. The first president was Reverend Kaiba Riamai. Is he here? Okay. From 2010 July till 2013 December, he was the first president. Second president was Reverend Dr. Apu. From 2014 to 2016, and in between transition, PR Damthanlung and Kaingamlung Wanmai, they were also in charge of the president for some months, each of them. And the fourth president was was Reverend Dr. Tunchabo SP, myself, from July 2020 to June 2023. From July 2023, the working policy of principalship was reintroduced again, and Reverend Dr. Tunchabo SP continued to be the principal till then. At present, ITS offers Certificate of Theology for 2 years for Class 8 past lecture candidates, Diploma of Theology for 2 years for Class 10 pass, Bachelor of Theology for 3 years for Class 12 pass, and Master of Divinity for 2 years for BTS graduates, and 3 years for BA and equivalent. The seminary is affiliated to the Synod of Serampore College and Asia Theological Association. We do have extension study program like Bachelor of Christian Studies and Diploma of Christian Studies under the Synod of Serampore University. More than 200 students have graduated and working in various capacities in and around the world. At present, we have 17 teaching and non-teaching staff with 88 students residential, apart from that extension study program enrollment. The community comprises of JMI, Liangmai, Raumai, Impui, Konyak from Moon, Konyak from Burma, Arunachali, Chakisang, Maring, and Sumi tribe consists of 10 tribes.
We have earned the respect and the trust from the Synod for this affiliation. And also when the commission team came here, it was the students' community who enlightened the gathering, who have shown to the commission team the seriousness of the seminary in our service. For all these reasons, we, the board members of ITS, celebrate your life, your contribution. Shall we celebrate one another with a round of clap? And I personally, on behalf of the board members, would like to once again thank all the church leaders who have put your trust on us. With all your trust, we could move forward with this, and all this is God's doing, for which we give glory to our Lord. Once again, welcome you, sir. Welcome you, sir. Why do we have to affiliate in ATA and Synod of Serampore? Understanding the theological education, the trend of theological education is important. It is necessary that we move ahead, passing the status that we were earlier observed, and now we look forward with a new venture. Why we have to do this? It is because of the trend of theological education. We are moving from compartmental theological education to integrated theological education. We move forward from being compartmental, from being compartmented into a box, to exploration, where we all work together, where all the colors are assimilated together. Theological education is moving towards integration from compartmental. So our approach as seminary today, affiliating to ATA and Synod of Serampore, is trying to be integrated. in the history of theological education in India, formal theological education was introduced for the last 200 years. But in the last 2 decades, there was a tremendous development in promoting of contextual theological education. So there is a promotion towards contextual theological education. This leads to giving emphasis on the marginalized, the communities like tribal, Dalit, Adivasi, and women studies. Theological education is moving towards these communities who are considered marginalized and oppressed, who are excluded. So where are we? Where are we? Where are we Jelengrong churches?